Well, I don't know if it's good news or bad news at this stage that I have found some games that I've never talked about to speak about on sale because they've dropped to their lowest ever prices, but well, that's the case. Now you're going to get a lot of waffling in this episode because I'm in a waffling mood, but do save yourself 5% on any of your games, well, on your eShop credit I should say, over at switchup.gg, where you'll get 5% in cashback just for shopping over there, and we get a tiny little kickback from Nintendo. Congrats to the winner of the free game this week, your name's on the screen. Huge apologies to the winners of the last 2 games. It took me like 10 days, 15 days to get those to you, mainly because I was on holiday and also because I did that thing where you see your emails, you see that there's 107 of them and you put your head in the sand and go, no, it'll be fine. Turns out it wasn't fine. I needed to do a load of emails today. But thanks to those guys for having some patience. If you'd like to win a free game, just leave your comment down below. What are the best Nintendo eShop sales this week? Well, let's find out. Kicking off then, we've got Phoenotopia Awakening, a game that takes a lot of influence from Zelda 2, which was the side-scrolling Zelda, very difficult. This is down to, I think it's its cheapest ever, it's £5.39, 70% off until September the 5th. A cracking price. This one, it will take you about 50 hours to finish. It has some brutal bosses in it, and you play as Gale, who starts out as just a normal villager and ends up as, well, a normal villager that's been on loads of adventures. There are 10 different weapons for you to master, but it's the soundtrack for me that really did elevate it. Love this game, well worth checking out, certainly for its cheapest ever price. That's Phoenotopia Awakening, 70% off until September the 5th. Commandos 3 is down to its lowest, it's 50% off, £13.49. Now I personally don't think we have enough strategy games at all on consoles. The old excuse back in the day was obviously controls and things like that, and maybe that's still the case, but so many people have come up with good ideas of how to fix that problem, things like radial wheels, etc. But in this one you're leading 6 different commandos and they have their own abilities and personalities as well actually. You've got the Green Beret, and he always used to say like the same line, it was like, I'll be right over, and you'd be like losing your hair. So now you know what happened to me. You got the sapper, the sniper, the diver, there's the spy and the thief as well, who I think inspired early Hitman because they could do some disguising and things like that. This is set across 3 major campaigns from World War II, including Stalingrad, Central Europe and Normandy. It does actually have online functionality as well, but I would suggest getting a friend to play with because the online servers are pretty dead. The sale for that goes on until September the 17th. 50% off Commandos 3.
Done.
Now this is a US and North American region sale only. It's Sea Horizon. $5.24, 65% off its cheapest ever price. And believe it or not, it's actually a roguelike turn-based RPG, all from like a bird's eye view. You get to choose a character, they have their own unique stories, and you're moving around what looks like a hexagonal map, choosing what actions that you perform, uses a card-based system. I absolutely love these. There was another one as well, I forget the name of it, with the pirates, but it has that one more run goodness that you, if you've played roguelites, will know all about. Sea Horizon then, 65% off, as I say, in North America. Its lowest ever price until September 5th. Then we got Battle Brothers, a turn-based tactical RPG that's down 50% to £11.49, and this one's all set in a medieval fantasy world. You get to decide where you go, who you fight against, who you hire to join you, as well as what contracts to take on. The fights themselves are tactical turn-based battles using historical equipment. Your players can get brutally injured, you can get permadeath as well. So yeah, if you've got your favourite character and they perish, well that's it. It's game over. You will never see them again, unless that is they return from the dead. But I don't want to spoil that. I'd say that this is possibly one of the lesser known tactical TRPGs that we've got on Switch, and I realise I just said tactical RPGs, so that's upsetting. But this has a great range of enemies, a nice open feel to it when you're on that world map, and it has a lovely orchestrated soundtrack which I believe has over 2 hours. of original music. There's quite a lot of late game stuff you can do as well, and the potential for replayability. Yeah, I think if you're a fan of the genre, you're going to quite enjoy this one, and it could potentially be a bit of a hidden gem. That's Battle Brothers, 50% off. That sale goes on until September the 2nd.
Now we get to die like brothers. Will you follow me one last time?
But the official hidden gem this week has to go to Winds of Change, especially at this price. It's 80% off, down to £3.59 until September the 5th. But it feels a little like, I don't know, like a choose your own adventure style. I've really gotten into visual novels. I've played a few in the last couple of months, and I wouldn't call this a visual novel. It's more of like an adventure role-playing game with those choose your own adventure style choices. But you're leading a rebellion to try and bring peace back. Everything is fully voice acted, which really does add to it, and you're what's known as the last seer, aka you're the bloke that everyone thinks has to bring peace back to the world, so you go and do it. This one's developed by Clace and it's published by Crunching Koalas. It's just 1.3 gigs, about, I don't know, 15 to 20 hours long, and that sale goes on until September the 5th for Winds of Change.
Alestia is divided into 4 nations, right? Velinorth, Mazeo, Alarenthia, and Baltius.
Wow, this place looks...
One very well known hidden gem, if you're on a certain Reddit forum at least, is Celeste. Don't panic, I know it's not a hidden gem, but it is an incredible game. Celeste is the name of the mountain, and you play as a girl who's making her way to the top of it, trying to overcome her demons. And it has like an A side and a B side, with the A side being difficult platforming and then the B side being absolutely brutal. There are a few little funny references and things in as well, like you light a campfire at one point and it gives a Dark Souls reference. But it's such a tight and precise game. I think it's been released on like every single platform now. It's 75% off at the moment. That matches its cheapest £4.49 for Celeste until about mid-September. Remote Life had me channeling my inner R-Type and I've absolutely loved it. It's only £5.99, an easy bar jam pickup, and it's a side-scrolling shmup. Not one I had heard of at all, and it was one of those little impulse purchases where I was going through, searching for sale games, saw it and was like, alright, that actually looks decent. Checked out a couple of reviews and it's pretty positive. It's not like perfect, but for that price I was more than happy to support the devs, and well, I've really thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. The sale goes on, it's in all regions until September the 3rd or 4th, and it's just a 1.2 gigabyte download for Remote Life. Do you know what? I really do like seeing things like this. Check out this tweet from the developer of Crypt Custodian. He's just celebrating like the anniversary of all 3 of his games, and I was absolutely blown away by each and every one of them. He hasn't made a bad game. Like, that's difficult. I've been working on my point and click adventure game for way too long. We're probably at the stage where I could ask AI to make it, aren't we? Oh my goodness. Let's not do that. But Crypt Custodian is one of his titles, and it's brilliant. It's 30% off. It's a Metroidvania with a very different twist. Even just the angle that it's coming from, the isometric perspective, but it's great. Switch Corner actually has a full review of this one, so do go check out his review, but I'm sure he would say the same. It's £12.59 and just 745 megs. How is that a thing as well? How do these indie devs make such good games in such small packages when, you know, like AAA's come in 160 gigs? And even, I know, don't worry, I'm not saying that this has the assets of a AAA game, but even when a AAA studio creates a 2D game, it takes up significantly more space. So yeah, I wonder how they do that. I'm sure someone is going to tell me down in the comments. But do check out Crypt Custodian, 30% off until the middle of September. It's great to see Cattle Country on one of its first big discounts, but that is sadly America only. This one I really enjoyed. It was a bit like Red Dead Redemption, but with Stardew Valley sprinkled over the top. Like every now and then you'd get into these gunfights. They were like turn-based battles, but it was nice to have that in there. I did enjoy it and I did review the game, but I did say as well I think waiting for a sale would be the best choice. At this price, I think if you're a fan of this type of game, you're gonna find something that you like. As I say, do go and check out that full review. But yeah, 822 megs, once again, tiny, isn't it? How does that even happen? That sale goes on until September the 15th. Cyberpunk 2077, the Ultimate Edition on Nintendo Switch 2 has gone down to its cheapest ever price in North America. It's only a 15% discount, but this is the full game, all of the DLCs, the whole thing crammed into, 60 gigs, which might sound like a lot, but I was playing this the other day on PC, and it was something like 130 gigs, something in that region, absolutely huge. So the fact that they put the effort in once again, like they did with The Witcher, they're only going to get my support. And I don't know about you, I would love to see The Witcher 4 come across, or an update for The Witcher 3, but you would be surprised how many devs don't have dev kits, like big names. I've been talking to a couple this week who would rather not be mentioned, but they're all really frustrated, honestly, because they can't even test fixes. So they'll put out a game and they'll be trying to patch it so that it works on Switch 2, or trying to fix something that's gone wrong, and they can't even test that it's working. They have to just put it out to Nintendo and hope that it's fixed it. That's messy. So yeah, hopefully they'll sort that out. But Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition is cheapest ever price in North America until September the 11th. Then, my friends, we have a couple of Savaloy Selection, really cheap games that you could just buy without even realising it's happened and not showing your backlog, obviously. The Great Perhaps is a classic style adventure, 90% off. That goes on until the September the 22nd here in the UK. It's just 89 pence. A glorious little bargain. Really good game, actually. Surprisingly so. If you missed it, I've been playing the new Simon the Sorcerer game, which is coming to Switch in about a month. So yeah, go check out that video as well, because yeah, if you're a fan of this genre, you're going to enjoy that one. Night Slashers, the remake, which I think was from Forever Entertainment. That's down to £3.05. A good time if you're a fan of the beat-em-ups of old. And from what I understand, it does enough to make it a worthy purchase, even at full price. So certainly one to consider at the asking price here. Owlboy, the lovely Owlboy, is 80% off, down to £3.79. That's its cheapest ever price until September the 17th. This is a real bargain, isn't it? And it took them, I think, 10 years to make. Great game. And then I want to add in one extra game, a game that I have spoken about this week, a game that's been updated 9 times since it came out, and yeah, you need to get it. If you own a Switch 2 or if you own a Switch 1, No Man's Sky at its lowest ever price, £15.99, that's 60% off. That goes on until September the 8th. If you buy the Switch 1 version, you get a free upgrade to Switch 2, so that might be a better way of doing it rather than just buying the Switch 2 version. I don't know if you get a free downgrade to Switch 1. Maybe you do, maybe there's just one version now. But there's been a brand new update that has just come out across all other platforms. It should drop on Switch in about a week, but there's still been so much done. I've got my town set up in No Man's Sky now, and it's just glorious, man. I've got a little bar that I keep upgrading, and the inhabitants are so happy with it. The fact that you can do that and then just customize everything, invite your friends now to your base on Switch 2, obviously with multiplayer. It's just, there's a certain goodness about it. I'm going to be getting 2 copies more this week for my kids so that they can come and join me and play games together. We've been playing a lot of Rocket League this week, and it's crazy how quickly they're improving. So yeah, if anyone wants to play Rocket League as well, give me a shout. It's free, that one. Good game. Thank you to all of you that enjoy the content, to our Patreons, our members. Remember what I said at the start, if you want to save yourself 5% and get yourself a pat on the back from Mark and Glen, because we get about 0.2% of that, then head over to switchup.gg to buy your eShop credit. Thank you to our Patreons, our members, and all of you that enjoy the channel. For all things Switch, all the time, keep it Switch up. Cheers, guys. See ya!
All right, I am eating a carrot. It's good. FarmUp's basically on hold for now, I think. You've got a billion apples, but yeah, it's on hold really because everything's grown. I need to dig some stuff up, but the big priority really is this now. because we didn't use the electricity or the heating. Sorry, not the electricity. We didn't use the heating at all at Christmas. Not just Christmas, sorry, over the whole winter, because we just burn wood, which is good, but it means you've got to restock this. So, I mean, I don't know if you can show axes, but might have to be axe up for a while we gather some wood. And yeah, check out their pumpkins. So yeah, you might have to join me for some lumberjacking for a couple of these. But yeah, having a nice week, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.